about that 2001 NAACP Image Award I was nominated for? I was nominated, but I didn't win because Omar won. Omar took my award. And then we were nominated again for the Phyllis Wheatley Award, and they gave it to both of us that year. I was like, thank you, Jesus, because he's going to take all my awards. And we're still friends. I am really excited to be here. I am the author of 14 novels. I've written 14 books. 10 of them are for adults. And my latest book for adults is called The Deal, The Dance, and The Devil. And so I really wanted to read to y'all from that, but they told me that that's a little bit too much of a grown folks thing, so we're going to wait till y'all are out of here, then I'll read from that. So I'm going to read just a very, very short part from one of my teen novels. I have 4 young adults or 4 teenage novels, and they're called the Divine Diva series. And it's about 4 15-year-old girls who join together to form a singing group to compete for like $1 million in a contest. And this is the story, these 4 different books. The girls' names are Diamond, India, Veronique, and Aaliyah. These 4 different girls are dealing with issues that all 15-year-old girls are dealing with. The thing that's so interesting about the Divine Divas, and I see some of you guys have the book, is that they have already, this is an industry term, but they've already been optioned to become a movie. And so all that means is that somebody gave me some money and said, we want to make this into a movie. So it hasn't happened yet. Don't know if it's going to happen, but you should read the books just in case. Because then you can say, I read the books and I met the author before she became famous. So I'm going to read you a very short part from one of the books. It's the very first book, Diamond. And this is how Diamond, it was her idea to get into this group, but they're at school right now. So this is what she's going through at school. I got to put these on or else I won't be able to see a thing. So Veronique kept talking, but I had stopped listening. Jason Xavier, the star of our Holy Cross Prep basketball team, strutted past, bouncing a basketball. And behind him, a line of his boys followed, as if he was some kind of Pied Piper. He didn't even look at me, though, but when a group of girls at the other end of the hallway called his name, he leaned back and pointed his index finger at them, and then he disappeared into the gym. Dang, I sighed, and I wondered what it would take for him to take just one look at me. Veronique asked me, did you hear what I said? Huh? Before my girl could continue, I whispered, isn't he fine? Who? Jason Xavier, didn't you see him? I was not hardly looking at him. Well, I could look at him all day long, I said. Veronique shrugged, he's all right, but I've seen a whole lot better. I said, I just wish he would just stop bouncing that ball and hanging with his boys and just take one look at me. I tried to get his attention all last year. Veronique said, well, now he's a senior. You are never going to get his attention. So he's a senior, so what? I'm a sophomore. That's not much of a difference. Veronique said, okay, let's just say he does notice you. And let's just say that he asked you to go out and do something with him. Have you forgotten who you live with? Even if you were able to get past your father, your mother, the judge, ain't having it. Trust and know that. Whatever. But inside I knew my girl was right. My mother had this stupid rule that I couldn't date until I was 16 years old. And no matter how hard I worked on my daddy, I couldn't get either one of them to budge. I didn't know why. All the magazines said that being 15 now was different than being 15 back in the day, and I agreed with the magazines. I mean, as a 15-year-old today, I was so much more mature than my mother ever was. All my parents had to do was look at the things that I had to deal with, and then they would know that I was much more mature than they would ever was at 15. But my daddy and the judge weren't hearing any of that. It was their rule, and as long as I lived in their house, blah, blah, blah. I sighed just thinking about how many times I heard that title line. I didn't know why I was thinking about all of this, because even if somehow, some way, Jason noticed me, by the time I was 16, he'd be gone. But I sat there thinking about it. It didn't matter what I had to do. Somehow, some way, this year, Jason was going to notice me. I was going to be trying, or I would die trying. That's it.